Good evening, ladies, as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone Arena. Yes, it's this deck. Paladins are this close to joining Shamans on my shit list. We'll see. See how this goes. I don't know. I mean, after getting 12 wins in that Shaman run, sorry for the spoiler for the previous video, it just makes me wonder, maybe I should give him another chance. That power mace thing is really good. Of course, it's a rare, so you might not see it. Oh no, I think I'll keep Shamans on my shit list for now, but Paladins, you're on the line here, so let's see what's happening. Mage, okay, that's a tough matchup. Wex, the Mage.
You asked for it.
I wonder if Wex likes to wax poetic here. Okay, so we have the Mech Warper Shredder Dream online. I'll keep it. And if this thing dies, as it is likely to, then so be it. I just need her to not play anything on turn 1, and then not to kill this on turn 2 to play one of her own things instead of killing this with a Frostbolt or a Flamethrower. God, at all stages of the game, mages have removal. It's part of what makes them so tough. And of course a hero ability to ping things off without taking... No. Ah, well, okay, could live. Could live. It might live. Mad Bomber. See, was there any point to really... There's really no point in playing this Mad Bomber. I'm going to play this because it has a chance of living against the Worm. If this had been a 2-3 or a 3-2, I would have gone ahead and just tried to Mad Bomber it, take my chances. But this is a chance of me actually getting to play a Shredder on turn 3. Alright, here comes the coin. Is she actually going to play a spell here, like Arcane Intellect? She's actually going to do that. Oh my god. Well, Mad Bomber has something like a 19 in 27 chance of killing off this Worm, so let's go for it. Up. There we go. The Matter Bomber in my last video missed a Leper Gnome when there was nothing else on the table. It's just Leper Gnome, nothing. Matter Bomber, 6 bombs, not one of them hit that thing. So I calculated it. It's like a 9% chance of that happening. So anyway, that was great. She is now up a card, actually, because the Mana Worm killed my thing. My Mad Bomber killed her Worm, so we break equal there. But then she played Arcane Intellect, so she is up a card.
What to do?
She does not have the coin. I do have a creature out on the board. So can she get a foothold out here? She can. She's going to kill off my Matter Bomber with this. I could leave it alone, but don't really see much of a point, so let's just do this. I'll play Mr. Shredder. He hits harder than the Trog. I think it's worth getting him out first. And of course if he trades, something else pops back out. Seems worth it. This guy could get me the card that I am missing currently. There's a secret. Well, I think I will check for the mirror entity with Wolf Rider. And that is what it is. So I could throw the Piloted Shredder at this, but the Wolf Rider then just gets pinged, so I'll just basically treat the mirror entity like a more expensive snipe. And I am going to play the Shielded Minibot. I think it's worth it to play this over making a Recruit because the Divine Shield and the extra power could both be useful. So here I'm hoping for a Gurubashi Berserker to kill with my Kodo. That would be the ideal continuation. And then we'd probably win the game, or at least we'd have a good chance. No Gurubashi Berserker. Can you play something that will die to Kodo, please? Yo, another secret. Well, that's 2 reasons why I wish I'd played the Trog instead of this guy. Okay, I'll check for the secret with the Reckless Rocketeer, because I have the Shielded Minibot to kill it. It's not another mirror entity. Wait. So let's check for this, for the Ice Armor / Vaporize. It's not that. Okay, so I'd say the most likely secret now generally is Duplicate. Yeah, I think it's Duplicate because it could be Counterspell, Spellbender, but why would you play this instead of a minion? I don't know. Alright, we got a Sunwalker Texas Ranger here. A couple different ways of getting around this thing. I mean, I think I want to pop the shield and then use the Rocketeer. So what do I pop the shield with? I think popping it with the Stormwind Knight seems fine, so we'll do this. This. Is it Duplicate? I guess correctly it is Duplicate, so she now has Sunwalkers out the butthole, but I'm getting some steady damage through. I survived Flame Strike with 2 creatures, so she puts herself at risk if she flame strikes, and then if she plays Sunwalker, it's actually going to be obnoxious. I'd have to actually throw this and 2 other things at it to kill it, but I'm going to get some more damage through, so she's got to be kind of careful. She does decide to play Sunwalker. Anything here for 1 mana that could make a big difference? Nope. And I don't get anything to help me kill the Sunwalker, tragically.
For honor.
So let's see what the Pilot of Shredder drops me. Bluegill Warrior. Wow, that's a good drop. Because that means the Shredder... Well, it didn't kill the Sunwalker by itself, because it, I did need to pop the Divine Shield first, but I didn't have to lose my Golem, and I got to deal 2 extra damage to her for that reason. Alright, so Flame Strike would leave me with a damaged Golem and with this guy, which would also have an attack power of 5, so she can't Flame Strike here. She got a free Molten Giant. Does she have a Defender of Argus to give it taunt? Nope. She has a Heal Bot. Does she have a Sunfear Protector to give them both taunt? No, she has a Secret. Okay. That does buff this thing, though. Alright, let's see what we got. 5, 7, 9, 10. I don't have enough damage. Oh, 13. I do have enough damage to kill if this isn't Ice Armor or Vaporize. Well, let's find out. Ah, it is. Okay. So, it's awkward to say the least. Just a little bit awkward. 5, 7, 9. 5, 7, 9 plus 3 is 12. She's at 20. Doesn't seem right to just ignore that. This thing will just die to the Molten Giant. Alright, let's play the Wolf Rider. Kill that off. Let's make a Cruise. And let's hit her with the rest. Alright, so that Antique Healbot actually did the job. It kept her alive. Now I'm in a bit of a pickle because the Molten Giant will kill my Mighty 5/5, and if she can clear off the rest of the stuff, I'm not going to be able to finish her off. Antique Healbot might just be the nail in the coffin of this Misbegotten Reno. Though granted, my luck has been pretty bad. If I had gotten any removal at any point, I could have dealt with the Sunwalkers much more easily. And then I wouldn't have had so much trouble. So she actually has another Sunwalker she could play. I really would like to draw something that could Divine Shield off at least. That would help. Okay, this is actually... I need Consecration here is what I need. Doesn't happen. Yeah, okay. So, yeah. Even if I throw everything at the Sunwalker, it still doesn't die. This dies to that. Yeah, we'll just do this, I guess. Recruit. I'm gonna pop the shield off, but I'm not gonna throw everything at it if it's gonna die anyway. However, we're starting to get into desperate territory here because she's got a lot of cards on me, and I don't know how I'm gonna get this 11 damage dealt. I really needed to draw some, like a Seal of Light earlier, or a Consecration earlier, or True Silver Champion earlier. There's enough cards in this deck I could have drawn earlier. I just drew nothing but minions all game, and that was a problem. Man, that Ice Armor and the Antique Healbot did me in. Could have just been... If I just had that one turn. Oh my god, is that going to kill everything? It is. Okay. That's great. We're going to go ahead and... yeah, she had 19 points of healing this game. Is it even worth it to play on? I mean, the Kodo kills something. And then I can play the Ventricle Mercenary. Ventricle Mercenary dies to Ping plus the Sunwalker. Kodo dies to the Molten Giant. Let's do it, I guess. But this deck is not doing so hot. So now she can kill the Kodo with the Sunwalker. Or with these 2 things. And then use the Sunwalker to kill this if she wants to hit me in the face with a Giant. She could even kill me 8, 13, 15... 18, 19 damage, so a Frostbolt will kill me if she spots that.
I wonder.
Okay, she needs 1 more point of damage. Or wait, that actually is enough damage by itself. Yeah. Comedy. No, it's not. She needs 1 damage. Okay, so there's 1 more. She's just gonna take her chances with Sunwalker. Wow, that's risky, because if I had 2 silences or something, I could have gotten past both of these and maybe killed her, but it didn't happen. I drew yet another minion. Motherfucker, honest to God, that was terrible. Alright, that's it. We're doing it. Paladin's on the shit list. No more paladins, and I'm still gonna keep shamans on the shit list. No more shamans. My averages are just so swingy by class. It used to be really spread out, but now it's really lopsided where some classes are good and some suck. I just don't want to keep on sucking it. So I get 0 gold from that run. That really puts a dent in my quest to 13,000. I would have been looking good had this been a good run. But instead it sucks. Donkey anus. We get an epic Tree of Life. That is a new one for me, so at least I get the equivalent of 400 dust by not having to craft that thing. Alright, folks, let's move on. We're just 10 minutes into this video. So let's see who we're choosing. Priest, Rogue, or Druid. So Paladin's last 3 arenas were 2-0-1. That's definitely shitless territory. Okay, so, let's think. I could actually do any of these. Of these classes, I think I played Druid the most recently. Priest is a little bit bad. The last 2 runs were 4 and 4. Rogue has been really good, 6-10, 7-10. So I'm going to go ahead and grab Rogue. I want to see if I can keep this streak going for Rogue, because Rogue was not historically one of my better classes. Alright, this thing looks junky. I hate that Matter Bomber. I mean, people are like, oh, it's good. Nope, still sucked every time I've tried it. So we're going to take the classic Violet Teacher, who's excellent. We get a legendary here. Unfortunately, it's... and these are not good legendaries. Alexstrasza is good ranked card, but in Arena she's not that great. It's an overpriced giant, basically, for the most part. The Nosdorm was obviously, I mean, same mana cost, same stats, and junky ability, so that's pointless. And then Hemet is just stupid. I mean, beasts do get played in Arena, but if they don't have a beast for you, a 6-3 for 5 is just awful. He'd even be better if he were just like a 3-6, if you just swapped his stats. So I'm not going to hold out for beasts. I'll just take a really expensive giant. That might come in handy, you know, if there's like a swing of life that matters. I will take the blade. And here's an interesting dilemma, actually. I'm going to grab the Assassinate, honestly, here, even though it's the most expensive of these removal cards, because it'll just kill anything, and I find that more so than the others, is a card I really suffer with as Rogue if I don't have it. Alright, Deadly Poisoner of the Night. I'll take the Deadly Poison here for some early control. Grab the Ogre Magi. It's the 3rd spell damage card we've seen so far. Zombie Chow could be good, but I'm going to grab the Dwarf for some buffing action. Here we'll take the... oh man, the Tiger is really good, but I have a lot of expensive stuff already. Gosh, the Tiger's so good though. I'm going to take the Tiger. We're taking a lot of expensive stuff, so I could get screwed by a really bad draft, but I feel like it's worth it to have the good stuff. Oh my gosh, we have another legendary. And again, it's not... okay, so Ysera is really good for the arena, but these guys are pretty junky. I will take Ysera, so we have 2 9-drops. I can avoid 6 drops, basically. Some people swear by this oil. It is a decent burn card, I guess. And the other stuff's not that great. I'm going to take Cold Blood, though. It's almost as good of a burn card, and it's cheaper and it's more flexible, so I'll do that. Alright, I'll take the buffer here. Could use some 2-drops here. Oh, Jesus. Well, I guess we'll take the oil this time. Alright, Eviscerate looks good. Another oil. Oh god, no thanks. We'll take the ooze here to get some early creatures because I currently have nothing. This is the only playable card. Alright, Berserker or Panda? Panda works with what? This maybe, this maybe, this maybe. And this to reset the stealth. I'll just take the Berserker. Another Deadly Poison. Well, these guys are total junk. But I wasn't that jazzed about taking a Deadly Poison. Here's a tough call. Good 4-drop, decent 2-drop, or the Silence. So how many mechs do I have, actually? Do I even have... I have this one, so I have got the Mech Warper turn 3 Shredder Dream, but that's it. I'm going to take a Silence. Silence is just so good nowadays, I think you got to take it. Okay, we can get basically same stats. I think the Argent Commander's better. I'm never going to play this that early on anyway. This works better with Cold Blood for the finish, but I mean, this guy, yeah, it's more mana, but if I'm killing the opponent, probably that extra mana won't matter, so I'm going to take the more solid card. Another Deadly Poison, jeez. We'll take Loot Hoarder here for some draw. If it's going to be an expensive deck, I might as well have a little bit more draw. Vanish is terrible, so we'll take the Raider. Very interesting choice between the Shredder and the Sen'jin. I think you got to go for Sen'jin here. This is more aggressive. This is more defensive. I think I need some defense. I don't have any taunt right now. The Wolf, I think I've got enough buff. We'll take the Mechanical Yeti. Here's a very tough pick, actually, because the Wolf Rider fits into my curve. It gives me some removal and some more finishing power. But the ogre is ogre, you know? We have 3 pretty big things. This thing isn't that beefy. This thing is. So I've got 3 pretty beefy cards. Do I really want to pass on the early removal to take more of this endgame? I'm going to try it. I'm going to see if this is too much endgame. We'll find out. Mr. Tinkers. Okay, what do we have for mechs? I have been passing on them a lot. I have... Oh, I don't have any 2-mana mechs at all, actually. Passed on Micro Machine, passed on the Mech Warbers. I just have the Yeti, I guess, and the Shredder. You know what? The Wolf, I just don't want another mediocre 2-drop that's mediocre on turn 2. I don't want a second Cold Blood, so I'm taking this as a 3/3 for 3. That later in the game might randomly do something good for me. You know, I've got enough removal here. I don't think I need this sap. I could regret it. Oh, hang on. Do I need this 2-drop, though? This thing can be helpful, but I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2-drops. You know what? I'm taking a sap just so I have some removal. Alright, Sprint is very interesting. So that would make this deck quite expensive, but it would give me some nice staying power. You know, Alexstrasza and Ysera do similar things, so I'm going to grab the healer here to have some health. Backstab, I haven't seen one of those yet. Definitely going to take that. And then here, we'll take a defender for some more protection. Okay, the curve is really lopsided in this deck, and there were some tough picks to make that I don't know if I made the right choices, but I think this is actually a good deck. I would say this is a pretty decent chance, not a 100% chance, but a decent chance of continuing my streak of making it to 6 wins or higher with Rogue. Also, I've made it to 10 wins with Rogue twice since Goblins versus Gnomes hit. So my 4 runs so far with Rogue have all been good. I think this should be another good one, at least 6. We'll see. Kagi the Rogue is our first opponent. Don't like any of these cards early on. Eviscerate, you don't want to play on turn 2, so we'll mulligan. Eat some marzipan balls. Okay. Well, I think this could have been Matt Pagel, which I would have preferred in this particular instance. Marzipan. If this deck has a problem, it's definitely greed. I took a lot of expensive cards, and I may or may not have enough removal to actually live long enough to be able to play them. I have a big spike of 2-drops. It's just that my spike at the 2-mana level might not be sufficient for holding off the opponent's 3-drops.
So many options.
Which I pretty much don't have at all. Okay, so turn 3 is going to be our awkward turn here. Turn 4, I have a choice of 2 great minions, whether I need defense or offense. And then turn 5 is going to be awkward. And then turn 6, we should be in good shape. So let's see what she's got. She's got a slow start herself. She's going to give me my card from the Loot Hoarder. I would love to play something on turn 3. It's not going to be a 3-drop, obviously, because I don't have those, but we do get to play this. Owl could have been something good. I forget what. Oh god, what could have Owl been? I forget. But it could have been something good. I'm not exactly regretting it here, unless it was a 3-drop. I get to play a 2-drop, and then I get to play Sen'jin. Should be fine. So Sen'jin will probably be needed to protect the Berserker from whatever she plays. He makes the dagger to play Deadly Poison and kill the Berserker right away. That's unfortunate. So now the Shredder is an interesting option here. It does die to the Deadly Poison, but it dies, you know, somewhat profitably. It respawns a minion, and it hits her for 4. This deck does have some good burn, so I could tempt her into doing this. The Violent Teacher is not good here because I don't have any spells, so I could play Sen'jin, I guess. But if I play Sen'jin, I have a 3-power thing. If I play this, I don't know what I'm gonna have. I'll play the Sen'jin, but I'm not 100% sure I'm making the right call here. Because the difference between this 3-power and this 4-power could matter, depending on what she plays. So here's the awkward turn coming up. Turn 5 is awkward. She gets a big old Bloodsealed Raider, so I could end up using this Owl, actually, depending on whether the Sen'jin is alive or not. So if she backstabs this and kills it with her Deadly Poison, I might not use the Owl, but if she leaves this alive, silencing this so I can kill it with Sen'jin would be good. She does have the kill for Sen'jin, unfortunately, so there's not much point silencing this thing off. Alright, Sap is not worth using on this 2-mana creature, so we're going to just play Piloted Shredder, which trades with this and gets me up a card, technically. She has 8 cards to my 6, soon to be 7, so she is up a little bit thanks to Deadly Poison killing 2 things, but I stand to gain a card with this, and I stand to gain a card with the Commander, so I might be okay. If I can just stay even until turn 9 when I play Ysera, this obviously gets me up a card as well. At least one, maybe more if she doesn't have Assassinate for it right away. So I just would like to not fall behind. And the Argent Commander and the Sap definitely help me feel a bit safe in that quest. Although it's possible she'll play untargetable things or something. Okay, so she decides to play the Smith, which is an interesting choice. I'm not sure that she made the right call here, not trading for the Shredder. So what we could do is a couple things. I could play the Owl, silence this, kill it with Shredder. Then the Smith, I mean, I could just sap it and just cost her 5 mana turn. What I don't like about that play is that all I get is an Owl for my drop. I don't get anything more. I could sap the Smith and eviscerate this thing. Then I just make a dagger and hit her in the face. So I don't have the Owl on the board and I've lost my eviscerate, but I get to keep my Owl for something else later on. To get past taunts, for example, so I can charge for the kill. If I play this guy, I don't think I want to because then I can't clear her board. I could actually trade the Shredder into the Spiteful Smith. But what does that really accomplish? It doesn't accomplish anything, so that's pointless. I could play the Teacher, sap the Smith, and trade the Shredder in for that. That's the move. That's the move. Yeah. Because this way I clear her board and get a 3/5 and a 1/1 on the board, and the Shredder comes back as well. So that seems like the best option, I think. It would have been a mistake to use the Owl there, not because that wasn't a good creature to silence, but because it would have sacrificed my board presence. Okay, I think I made the right choice, so I need to do 2 more turns before I can play Ysera. I've got a 3/5, which is good. She does have a handful of cards, 8 cards. One of them is the Smith, which it would be amazing if she just replayed that. That would be incredible. I doubt that would happen. So she's looking for a way to clear my board, and rogues, you know, are pretty good at removal, so there's a decent chance she'll just kill all this stuff right now. This person plays pretty well, I think. Just the way she's played her cards so far, this seems like a pretty good player, so I don't think I'm actually all that ahead at the moment. She plays a 3/5, okay, and then dagger to kill the apprentice, making it difficult for me to finish this thing off. The Argent Commander and the Eviscerate both are a damage shy. So Assassin's Blade is interesting. If I do the Assassin's Blade plus Eviscerate, I could kill this off and then hit her for 5. I could run the Commander at this and throw the Protector away. I don't really like that play though. I think we're gonna go for the Blade and the Eviscerate. I could also throw this guy away, but I want to use the Eviscerate here.
Here we go.
Even though it's actually overkill, I think it's worth it to use the spell to get that student out, to draw her attention away from the dagger. And I also want to keep hitting her with my minions, because now we're starting to get into slightly dangerous territory for her. I do have 9 damage back here. I can silence past a taunt to keep swinging with this weapon. I've got 4 damage here, so 9 plus 4 is 13. She's dead if I can swing the full times with the weapon, the Commander, and these guys once. She seems not to have any mass removal, because all she did last turn was kill my student and play a 4-drop. So it would appear she doesn't actually have the removal. By the way, I'm really glad I took Violet Teacher and not Matter Frickin' Bomber. Piece of junk crap card. Does she have an answer this turn? I mean, an 8-handed rogue should, you'd expect on average, to have good answers. No, she replays that Smith I sapped earlier. And anything else? An Eviscerate would kill the Violet Teacher with the help of the dagger. She's gonna silence the Teacher, that means she's not killing it, which is fine in my book. I have to go 1 more turn before Ysera, and I got the Tinkertown guy. No mechs here. So let's think. If I hit her in the face with everything, I'm gonna hit her for 6, 8 plus 4 is 12. She's gonna go down to 4 health. It's awkward because this does not represent lethal damage. I could kill this owl with my weapon, kill the smith with Argent Commander plus Argent Commander plus Argent Protector, and then that would still let me hit her for 3 damage, leaving 6 damage behind. So she'd be at 13, minus 6 is 7. Taking her down to 4 seems pretty good. I'm gonna do it. So we'll do this and go for broke. I think it's the right move because Ysera's got a card that might give me the kill. She still needs to kill this stuff, which she can only kill actually one of these creatures right now with what she has. She can't kill them. She can't even kill 2. And she's demonstrated a lack of ability to kill stuff by using this owl to silence the teacher instead of actually killing it. So this seems to be a good player who probably just had a worse draft than I did. She didn't have any removal that she played this game. She had the Deadly Poison early on, but that was it. I guess I haven't really used much removal either, but I had the faster start. So one card of the 5 Ysera could give would kill her. It's the one that does 5 damage to everything. She draws a card with an Experimenter. I've never actually seen an opponent play the Experimenter, so I don't know if you see it, like whether it turns into a chicken or not. So the fact that we didn't see anything, I don't know, would we have seen it turn into a chicken if it were a minion? Does the fact that we saw nothing mean it's a spell, or could it still be a spell and we just didn't see it? Or could it still be a minion, we just didn't see it turn into a chicken? Well, it is a spell. So she actually gets a betrayal off of that Experimenter, which is gigantic, because that allows her to kill off an extra minion. However, she still needs to kill off the 3rd minion or play a taunt, and she doesn't have that. Okay, we win.
Well played.
Alright, well that was a good first game. I think that encourages me rather than discourages me, although it was a bit of a fight, and the rogue didn't have much removal. I think this deck performed pretty well. So let's see if I'm headed for success or headed for a beatdown with this deck that I have boldly predicted would score highly in this arena run. Damp Druid, not quite Ramp Druid. And we have a Paladin on Teve, a Paladin.
I will fight with honor.
Again, not the greatest of opening hands, unfortunately, so it all gets mulliganed. At least I am the second player. While I don't have any combo cards to use with the coin, at least I can mulligan more. That's sometimes good enough. We get the Teacher again, Mr. Tinkers. Yeah, not the greatest opening hand again. I have nothing to do until I play this guy on turn 3. And he's just a 3/3 for 3. So, Mr. Tinkers, he's really, really good. I mean, a 4/4 for 3 mana with an upside is outrageous, but you obviously have to work a little bit to get that to happen. Argent Squire is unfortunate. So, if I coin into a dagger, I guess I could kill her sooner, but I think I have to save the coin, because it just seems a bit passive to coin it out and then have nothing else to do. Well, I did get a 2-drop, so I wish I had coined out the dagger when I had the chance. Gonna start taking some damage here, unfortunately. She has more stuff. Goodness gracious. Deadly Poison is unhelpful here. A Loot Hoarder doesn't seem to make sense, so I guess I will play Mr. Tinkers. And let's see if he's going to let me... Well, if he can kill this with a hammer or True Silver, then I'm in a lot of trouble, because I'm basically dropping down to 20 health, almost, with nothing to show for it. Alright, looks like... is he going to take the time to kill this off? Yes, he is. So I've got a 5/5 and a 4/2 that I'm facing. I really need Backstab. Doesn't happen. Crap. Assassinate to kill that is way too slow. So I'm going to do either Violent Teacher, Coin, Deadly Poison, or, yeah. I'm going to do this, because I need to get things out onto the table. This is really, you know, underwhelming, to say the least.
I'm ready to learn.
Here we go.
Going down to 19 health on turn 4 and still being behind, but that's what you have to do sometimes, unfortunately. At least I get a couple of these dudes. And the coin did end up helping with the Violet Teacher. So he can kill the Violet Teacher, which he does. Does he have a Consecration to finish things off? No, it's Ascension to protect this. Oh my god, that's actually really annoying, because I was going to Defender of Argus, which would have let me kill this off, the buff dude, but now I can't. I could actually. I could play Defender of Argus Cold Blood. Kill that, kill that. I think it's better than using Sap here. Yeah, we're doing it. So, Defender of Argus. Cold Blood. Kill. Kill. Okay, he's got 6 cards to my 5 cards to my 5. I've got a 2-3, which isn't anything. So I'd say he's got the lead here because he's playing first. Will he skip a beat though? Is the question. Because if he plays like a 6 mana dude, I could sap it and play Shredder, which would get me up a little bit. He's got a shielded mini bone. Okay, so nothing worth sapping, unfortunately. Is it worth it to Deadly Poison and to kill this thing off? I could just kill it off with the regular dagger. Wait, that makes no sense. Yeah, so we'll just do this. Kill that. Kill this thing. Pass the turn. So the recruit is very good. It gets to kill the defender. But I've got Shredder out here. I've got enough to answer anything big. The problem is if he plays tons of like medium-sized things, I could be in a lot of trouble. Because they're not worth using Assassinate on, and I can't really afford to get hit anymore. All I have in this deck is one healer, the Dark Scale healer, and that's only a heal for 2. So I really, even against a Paladin, which isn't the most burny type of class, can't afford to rage much. Ouch, that's just the worst possible thing, because I don't want to assassinate this guy, but I can't easily kill him either. Oh, fuck. Alright, backstab is how it's happening. That's what's happening. Yep. So we're going to backstab that. Throw this guy into it. Get off the recruit. Not the most impressive turn 7. Him in his fat face for the first time. And should I Deadly Poison? I'm not going to Deadly Poison because I might not actually want to. I might want to use this to kill a recruit. Okay, so I'm behind here. He keeps not giving me anything to use my awesome removal spells on, and I keep not finding anything to play. He actually is going to Consecrate to damage me some more and clear my board. Get the Owl, which I'm starting to regret a little bit. Well, I guess I can kill that without giving him a card. Is that worth doing? No, I don't think it's worth doing. I'm going to let him have his card. Use this guy to get some board presence. Alright, low on health. He's a paladin. Shouldn't be able to burn me out. He should really start playing some big things at some point soon so I can actually use my assassinate, I hope. If I got a big creature, I could like sap and play the creature, but right now I don't have anything to use my mana on. I forget what this owl could have been, but if it could have been some bigger or beefy-ish minion, that would have been better than having the owl.
Reporting for duty.
Ogre Magi. Well, I guess that'll do. So we're gonna do the Ogre Magi. Got nothing to spend the extra sap mana on, so I might as well use Assassinate. And I gotta decide whether I lose the Divine Shield or waste the Deadly Poison. I'm gonna waste the Deadly Poison on this recruit, so I can keep that guy nice and healthy. And, well, it's gonna be tricky, because even if these guys both get to hit him, this is only 8 damage down to 11. I mean, I'm not really gonna burn him out. I've gotta draw something pretty good here. Oh my god, that's just the most annoying thing. So I don't have any Fans and Knives in this deck, and no Blade Flurries. Didn't see either of those cards in the draft. He actually got a Quartermaster? Are ya goddamn kidding me, Jesus. Wow. So I'm actually being threatened with lethal damage here. 3, 6, 9, 11. Fuck my life. Alright, we have to go for it, I guess. So we're gonna sap one of these guys. Silence another one. Buff one of my own guys. And go for broke. I don't think I can actually kill him, though. Do I have anything that deals 5 damage? I don't have anything that deals 5 damage. Eviscerate only deals 4, and I don't have the combo for it. He's got 6, 8, 9, 10 damage. So if he has 2 damage here, he just wins. I can't believe he actually got the Muster for Battle Quartermaster combo. That is just stupid. Well, Arena. Well, that'll happen sometime. So, let's see. He can kill all my stuff, I guess. Oh my god, that's twice in one video I lose to an anti-killbot. Ouch. Alright, so this guy's actually gonna live, it looks like. But now I'm being threatened with lethal in that anti-killbot. Even no matter what I top deck. Can't kill him 5, 6. Yeah, I can't deal 7 damage in one card. Jesus. Ridiculous. Tiger is a good card, but I don't have the extra time. Well, that sucked. But that increases my confidence with this deck. Because that guy just had outrageously good fortune, and I still almost beat him. I mean, I was behind that whole game. Still, he needed a ridiculous combo to actually beat me. And I might have even been able to make some different plays there that could have given me better chances. I could have misplayed as well. So I think this deck is fine. It's just a matter of my own play skill and my ability to not have to face Mustard a Battle Quartermaster combo in Arena. That's just freaking ridiculous. Okay, KS Lenda the Mage was a tough matchup, especially for rogues who tend to do a lot of self-damaging. This could have been Nat Pagel, which the Sarah still has not actually gotten dropped, so maybe that would have just been a better draft choice given my curve. I'm noticing now how nice it is to have Blade Flurry. It's a card I was never that excited about, but in my last run it helped a lot. It gave me some outs in difficult situations. And not having it here just makes me feel completely lost if my opponent gets a solid board or any kind of a toe hold. Well, let's see what she's got going on here. Hopefully passing the turn. That would be nice. Just click that end turn button. First turn is just a formality. You don't really do anything in the first turn ever. You just always pass it. Politeness dictates you pass as soon as possible without making your opponent wait unnecessarily. Would you do something, please? Oh my god. Oh, she's gonna pass the turn. She's gonna pass the turn after all that. That's what she's doing. She's just flicking her cards, you know, enjoying the feel of the card. Yeah, there we go. That's what I thought. Bitch. Alright, so KS Lenda took half an hour on turn 1. And now let's see what she's gonna do on turn 2. Probably spend half an hour flicking her cards before pinging off the loot hoarder would be my guess. So turn 3 I'm gonna make the dagger and deadly poison. Because I doubt I'm gonna have 3 drop to play. And indeed I don't, at least not yet. Oh, she actually clicked the end turn button. That's freaking amazing. So let's get our slightly more expensive Fiery War Axe online. And look forward to playing a Shredder next turn. Eviscerate is unfortunately a card I will not be able to combo for quite some time. She's a secret. Ah, that's not good. So if it's a mirror entity, unfortunately, I'm going to give her a Shredder. Alright, I'm actually going to play around mirror entity, which could really bite me, but I really think that's what it is. She played it pretty quickly. She was pretty confident about it. It's not mirror entity. Oh man, that sucks. Well, we got a 5-3, which is almost as good as a 4-3, so I'm gonna actually hit her in the face. Oh wow, that's great. I was gonna use this to kill the raider. So it was just a really good ice armor there, not because the card's actually good. She just threw away a card, but because there exists another card that I played around. She's gonna fireball a 5-3. Well, I don't have any complaints about that. Okay, so that was a bit of a rigmarole, but at the end of the day, I still get to play my 4-drop. I didn't hit her in the face with this because I have a feeling I'm gonna get to use it alongside Eviscerate to kill something next turn. This could be really good with the blade. I could just beat her to death, right? What is that? 6-4. That's a 24 damage combo. So I could just look forward to that. A micro machine, okay. So what I've got here is like a case of too much of a good thing. I can kill the bear and the shredder with what I already have. So the fact that I have all this awesome removal doesn't really do much for me. But I will play the Argent Commander, I guess. Charging guy with Divine Shield again. It worked so well last time. Figured I'd do it again. The problem with doing this against the mage is she can ping off the shield. But, I mean, what else was I going to do that turn? I don't see much use for my time in that last move. Okay, so she pings that off. I get Lorewalker Cho, which, has some comedy value, but could really screw things up. I guess this she can't really use because she doesn't have weapons, so I could still play this thing. I mean, she could combo it, I guess, to give something +3 attack, like a really expensive Blessing of Might. Okay, 1 in 3 odds I'm going to lose my shield. Let's see if it happens. Please don't. It actually happened. Are you freaking kidding me? Jesus. Okay, well, I got to remember she gets a copy of anything I do. I don't want to give her Eviscerates. I think I will play this.
Here we go.
Kill the Knife Juggler. I could Cold Blood Lorewalker Cho, run into the Sorcerer's Apprentice. Or I could... God, I can't believe this Divine Shield got popped. Ah, it sucks so much. Alright, well, we'll do this. I'll give her a copy of the Cold Blood. If she has no charge creatures, it doesn't really matter. And then I'm going to hit her. So now, the Tinker's Oil would be... Oh, they make this a 6/3, so it's 18 damage. Yeah, I still need a little bit more to actually finish her off. But this is 5 damage if she can't drop a taunt. So it's 18 plus 5 is 23. 27 damage if I can hit her with 3 attacks and the Tinker. And the Tiger. The main issue is that if next turn I'm kind of in an awkward spot, I can't actually play the Tiger and this at the same time to get combo. Well, I can't play the two of them together at all. I can play the Dwarf and this to get combo, but I might not want to use the Dwarf. Tank dies to Eviscerate. It looks like she has another play, which is annoying because this I could handle with a Plome and Panache. I could just play the Tiger, forget the oil for a bit, Eviscerate this thing and hit her for 4. Here comes the coin though. Let's see what it is. A Golem. That's really annoying because it'll kill this and live, and it takes a weapon slot away and still lives. Shoot, that sucks. Okay, well. Sen'jin is an interesting option. It would protect this guy. But I kind of just want to get the Tiger down and Eviscerate this and hit her down to 23. Holding out for this oil. Man, if I'm going to do the oil, I got to do it this turn. So, here goes. Let's do the Sen'jin to protect my dude. Let's play the oil. Hope it goes on my commander. It goes on the commander. Excellent. And I am just going to start to go for the burnout victory. If she had an ooze, she would have already used it. I've got 12, 16 damage here, 21 if this thing lands. She seems to have a removal problem because if she didn't, she would have killed this last turn. Barring top decks, of course. Sen'jin holds off these minions. Let's see what happens. Light Warden? Is she actually going to heal herself now and buff this thing up? Oh yes, she has a Cold Blood. That's right, I forgot about that. Stone Skin Gargoyle, which is not impressive. Alright, so the Spider Tank kills that off. The Golem kills that off. And a ping. She's got 7, 9, 10, 11 damage. Oh man, it's going to be close. So let's see. I think I just got to go for it here, don't I? Yeah, we're going to play the Tiger. And think. Do I want to... Well, I want to definitely deadly poison. That's a given. So I'm going to hit her in the face for sure. Bonk. Eviscerate does not quite kill her. So I could Eviscerate this thing just to get a creature off. 7, 9, 10, 11. Down to 12. 2 fireballs would kill me. What are the odds she has 2 fireballs? Those don't seem very high. I think I need to Eviscerate. To make sure that if she does destroy the weapon or put up a taunt or something, I need less to finish her off with. She just top decks something and flicks it out pretty eagerly. It's a Lord of the Arena. Well, the Tiger will kill the Lord, and then the weapon will kill her face. So she needs another thing besides that Lord to actually win. There's a Cobra, which doesn't do anything, so well played. This is a really, like, hyper going out on a limb, burn deck, it seems. At least that's how the games have gone so far. Worked twice, didn't work once, and we're coming up on exactly 45 minutes. Well, we're at 44 minutes and 39 seconds. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and or subscribe, and I'll see you again soon with the rest of this quite interesting run. See you then.